it's Angie B. Thank you so much for joining me again here for episode 3 of my twin flame journey, and we're going to talk about Kundalini Awakening. Have you had yours yet? Have you looked it up? Have you thought about it? I want to know. So leave me a comment. I want to talk about it. My experience with Kundalini has been out of this world. I know. So I'm really excited to hear from you guys. So please don't be shy. Let's talk about it. So how did I know that I was having my Kundalini experience? Well, it was like this electrical charge. It was like I was electrocuted from my toes to the ends of my hairs on the top of my head. And it's an electrical surge that responds to your immediate environment. It responds to your thought process. It responds to your emotions. It responds to every aspect of you and of what's around you. Keeping it real and keeping it truthful. So I would like to say that I have mastered my Kundalini. I have mastered utilizing my Kundalini to assist me. But I will not call myself a Kundalini master. I know that there are ancient spiritualists from ancient civilizations hundreds of years ago who've been mastering Kundalini on a level that I, at this period of my spiritual journey, probably couldn't even fathom yet. So I know I'm being open-minded that I don't know everything. I don't, and I don't admit that I do, and I'm not here preaching or sharing that I do. I just want to keep it real, and I just want to tell you some truth. So when you're connected with your Kundalini and you are able to forge and bond this beautiful relationship with your Kundalini, you can become almost like an oracle. I have. And I asked myself basically that, can everyone experience this? And the answer is yes, but everyone will experience it on different levels because everyone will choose differently. And everyone will choose their own unique experience. So no one is gonna really do it in the same way that I did it, obviously, and you're not me, I'm not you. But for me, I have become a better, stronger, more in-tuned oracle than what I used to be. I've always been an oracle. I've always been able to sense things coming. I've always known what was going to happen. I've always been, and sometimes it's a short notice and sometimes I get a really long notice. But now, with the Kundalini connection and attachment, I'm able to get an instant, I'm able to ask my Kundalini, or I'm able to ask myself, basically, questions to crazy shit out there in the universe that you just, don't even think about on the norm. So, and I can get a truthful, sincere, universally, energetically backed up answer that I know science can back it up. And then how do I know? They absolutely resonate with a part of my soul that is untouched. And that's when you know that you have found truth. Your Kundalini will point out to you the truth in every situation you experience if you choose to acknowledge the truth. That's what your Kundalini can do for you. Mastering your Kundalini is the process of deciphering the truth. Are you able to interpret the messages the Kundalini energy is transmitting to you? That is the art of mastering the Kundalini. That's why I said, I don't know that I'm Kundalini master, I know that I know that I've mastered a particular ability or process or cycle that I can communicate with my Kundalini with. I know that for a fact. So, which has enhanced a previous psychic ability that I've had or connection that I've had where I can be an oracle. Or I can communicate through my higher self too, and that's what breaking down the Kundalini is as well. I'm going to connect with that in just a moment. Hold that thought, the higher self thought. But you're breaking down the veil, and that's what the whole awakening is. And that's why, you see, I think the whole awakening has been truthfully manipulated by the government, or the secret of the awakening has been concealed. But I know that every human being will eventually, it's a human experience, and then we're all eventually going to experience it if we choose to at one point or another. And I know that it wasn't until the moment that I opened my heart that I was able to experience my Kundalini awakening. So that leads me to believe the possibility that there's potential that a Kundalini awakening could be something different. It could be more than a biological human experience. It could be actually a electrical, spiritual, eternal experience. And this is destiny that we are awakening, and we are choosing our awakening experience at our discretion because we are a free will society, and we have the right to choose to awaken or not to. And so I'm already awakened. I was born awakened, but of course I was put asleep, involuntarily. So fluoride and all that stuff. Okay, we'll get into that stuff later. Governmental mind control, Illuminati and all that, whatever. So we'll get into that. So the thing is that when you are communicating with your Kundalini or allowing your Kundalini to communicate to you, you do not need anything or anyone else to tell you anything because you have the answer. That is connecting to Source. That is connecting to the God in you. Okay? That is how you answer prayers and make miracles and answer the unknown and decipher codes of the universe and the matrix, because the matrix is real and it does exist and it's very for real. Okay? This is how you decipher all of that, by connecting to your Kundalini. And it starts with an awakening, which I'm repeating myself, started with me opening my heart. Okay? So when you initiate, or let's just say at the time when I initiated my Kundalini awakening, I would feel these electrical pulses so strong that I would look like I was being shocked by a bolt of electricity. It would look like I was having the cross between a nervous tic and a convulsion or seizure, maybe a seizure. And sometimes I could hide it, and sometimes I could not. Sometimes I would be trapped in my chair. I would be stuck, sitting down and unable to get up. Like the energy would be so strong, it would be like a force holding me. Okay? I can't, it's difficult talking about this. And I hope this resonates with people. You're not going crazy. You're having a Kundalini Awakening experience. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was losing my mind. I thought my body was breaking down. I thought I contracted something from salmon. Yeah, because we were eating sushi. I saw all kinds of crazy things. Okay, so it was a Kundalini Awakening. So basically, these electrical impulses or pulses would run through my body and activate my chakra. Now we have 12 chakras in our electrical field and body. And in our whole composition, we have 12 chakras, which are electrical points of receptivity, right? How we connect to the earth, the universe, the air, the water, the planets, our DNA from past lives, and who we truly are, because some of us are hundreds of years old, some of us are thousands of years old, some of us are millions of years old. I'm one of those who are millions of years old. So the truth is that when you connect to your chakra system, your body contains 7 of those chakras. And the Kundalini Awakening turns that whole chakra system, turns the electrical switch on. And it's a switch that I don't think can ever be turned off again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that it can be turned off ever again. You just can't go back. Once you go 5D, you cannot go back to 3D. Well, I mean, you are still 3D, but you don't go back in the same way. You can't go back the same way. You change. You morph. Okay? So when your Kundalini is awakened, basically you die. So it's like you have a death. You absolutely die. And then your process, the Kundalini process, the awakening process can last. The initiation of the awakening can last a few weeks, up to you. I mean, it's whatever you decide. Mine lasted a few weeks, and then it mellowed out into these lessons, these life lessons, and I'm in training. I'm in a new kind of school, a new kind of earth school now. So,
and you want to learn. You want to acknowledge that you are in training. Now you are basically being reborn. You have died and you have come back to life. You're going to be brand new. Everything that you thought was good, was real, was the truth, was honest, was for you, you're going to find out and discover that it wasn't, that it's not, that it wasn't true and it was all a lie. Okay? And you're going to have to separate. Okay? For some of us, it's a spiritual awakening. A lot of us are happening or experiencing this in waves. We're going through this cycle together. Certain people on certain vibrational levels are experiencing this together as a collective. Okay, because we're all connected as a collective. I happen to be one of those people at the top of that network of collections. Okay, because of my role, my spiritual role and responsibility in life, which we'll get to later on down in other episodes. But like I said, I wanted to try to keep this as organized as possible. And I'm literally taking you on an chronological aspect per aspect sequence of events and discovery in this journey. So you're not missing anything. And I'm thinking, thoroughly before I even share. And I'm serious, and I'm doing this with so much love and conquering fear of sharing and fear of speaking out, and I'm overcoming an obstacle of walking around for like I've been walking around for about 30 years with lockjaw, okay, because I'm supposed to be speaking out and I'm not speaking out. Well, those days are over. I'm going to start speaking out. And you, thank you so much. I love you right now. You are my pilot audience. You are the beginning, my beginning listeners. And you are going to be my loyal fans down the road who support me and love me from the heart, because you will know and see that this is all for real. And these things will be revealed to you. The truth will be revealed. And it's your experience, and you're going to see these things in your own life and in your environment, and it will come for you too. So I'm only guiding you because that's how I love. So I'm putting it out there, and as you need it and when you need it, it'll be attracted to you, and it will assist you in the way that you allow it. So open your heart and allow yourself to benefit from this. If you want to provoke your after you think about it, and you should really think about it, do a little research about the Kundalini Awakening. It's not something that I would say, oh yeah, hey, here's a video, go and activate your Kundalini. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's absolutely possible. There's meditative music that you can listen to at certain tones, certain megahertz of music that will actually activate the Kundalini experience in your DNA, okay? So don't think that, it's not possible. It's absolutely possible. Your human body is electrical, very electrical, okay? You need to be eating sunlight and absorbing electricity. You are electrical. So what is music? Music is sound waves. That is electrical. So yes, you can absolutely become one with music. So certain tones can absolutely enhance or provoke the enhancement of certain features in your body. You can actually create the body that you want. You can be smarter. You can be faster. You can be anything that you want to. You just got to find the right tone or the right megahertz of tones. And believe it, okay? So anything is possible, but I'm not necessarily advocating for you or pushing you to do a DNA Kundalini Awakening via any type of biokinesis or anything like that. You can, I do, but I do it in support of. Remember, what opened my or activated my Kundalini experience was absolutely biological and natural. I opened my heart for the possibility of true love. So I didn't listen to any DNA activating DVD or music or megahertz tones or any mind programming. And then you have to be careful because you can't always trust the source. So some people tell you it's one thing and are not really even clear on what they're doing, and actually it cause you damage. So be really careful about considering those types of options, but they are available, they do exist, and they can help. Okay, so if you decide that you want to explore more with your Kundalini, I suggest you open your heart to love. Try it the way that I did, and it takes a process of self-love, self-enhancement. Go back to the previous episode, to episode 3, to learn more. Episode 2, I'm sorry, to learn more, to clarify basically what it is that you need to do. So, experiencing my Kundalini Awakening has given me oracle-like abilities, as I explained before, where I can and I need to be asking specific questions to my higher self, and I can get an answer. I interpret, or basically, I would assume it's all my interpretation as yes or no deciphering. So it's really a simplistic conversation between myself and it's the Kundalini, and it speaks to me through my solar plexus, which is translated as your intuition. Okay, this is where your intuition comes from. It comes from your solar plexus. So that's why everyone already has a chakra system. Listening to some DNA activation tone, or even opening your heart, is not going to create a chakra system in you. It's already in you, and it's already there. If you're intuitive, or you have some people call it sixth sense. It's your knowing, okay? It's your inner knowing, okay? So your intuitive levels become enhanced, And what happens is your solar plexus, which is in your stomach, sort of high stomach area, just under your heart, where your breast and your stomach diaphragm area meet. And that area will ping with a very strong electrical sensation. And I've been able to interpret that, and I can speak to that sensation. So, and I'm recognizing other messages from my Kundalini chain in other Kundalini centers, like survival needs, instincts, when there's a danger to my survival, when there's a worry and things, and I'm over worrying and I'm over stressing a particular area, my Kundalini or my chakra system will give me those messages. Okay. I have, like I said before, I have asked if the Kundalini experience that I'm having is the same for everyone, and the answer was no. We all design basically our own experience, which makes sense to me. So if you wanted to have a really clear, concise, cut and dry yes or no conversation with your Kundalini, you'd have to choose that. That's what I did. I'm a real simple girl. I like to keep it real simple. I don't like to brain wrestle. I don't have time for that shit. It takes away from the opportunities to learn and to grow and to love, okay, and to keep it real. I don't like anything fake or phallus. I like it real, honest, and simple, okay? So you got to choose what works for you. If you're okay with something a little more complex, whatever. Just make sure that you're developing a system and confirm that you're developing a system with your inner high self that is actually conducive to your higher purpose and not destructive. Okay? You don't want to be misinterpreting signals that are actually getting you in trouble. So that's a process that I had to go through with the Kundalini relationship creation, is that I had to develop that trust in, is this a yes or is this a definitive no, and what is the in between? And so still wanting to keep it simple, that's the format that works for me. That's what I've chosen. So have you ever seen one of those black magic balls that they're really cool, like an 8-ball, and you shake it and you can ask it a question and you turn it over and it's got this pendulum that's in this ink solution on the inside, and you turn it over and it gives you the answer to your question? Well, that's basically what your solar plexus is doing for you. It will tell you yes, no, or maybe. Okay? And I interpret my maybes as ask again, because I want to know yay or nay. That's the ultimate purpose of asking, questions, is to know yes or no, is seeking truth. You're truth seeking. So basically, you need to go inward and trust your intuition. You're absolutely going to develop your intuition. So let go of control of the process. Sit down somewhere, get quiet. Open your heart to receive. Open your heart to receive a Kundalini experience. You can get into any type of meditative stance that you choose to. I don't care if you sit in a chair. I don't care if you lay down on a bed. I don't care if you go sit on a picnic table at the park in the woods. Just get comfortable, get relaxed, let your shoulders go. Breathe out the negativity as dark air coming out of your body. Breathe in clear, fresh air, representative as light and love coming into your body, and receive that as a cleansing. And every time that you breathe out, you're breathing out hurtful, harmful ideas, conceptualizations, and anything that is hurtful to your world life experience. And you're breathing in everything that is positive and loving and beneficial to you. Breathe it in deep, and love yourself. Love yourself wholeheartedly with each breath, or your Kundalini awakening will experience when it's meant to happen. it will trigger when you align with a proportional, energetic vibration that matches that experience. Okay? I love you. I love you so much in this moment right now. I ask you to do one thing. Go and love yourself a little bit better. Thank you so much for listening and joining me. Please like, subscribe, and share. And join us in our other communities as well. I love you all. Go love yourself. Bye. This is my story, your journey, and together it's our movement. Produced and edited by Angie B. Thank you so much for joining us. We're on YouTube. We're discussing many special topics there. We're also on Facebook. We've got a growing community there. We hope you'll also join us on Instagram or Twitter. We're also on Facebook. We've got a growing community there. We hope you'll also join us on Instagram or Twitter. Whatever's easier. Wherever you are is where we want to be. We want to love you and show you how to love yourself just a little bit better. At 360 degrees of self-love. We'll show you how to turn that love around. Thank you so much. I love you all. Now go and love yourself just a little bit.